Good day, ma'am. This is the video presentation of Group 2. In this video, we will discuss the rules of capitalization and punctuation. Capitalization rules help ensure clarity and proper grammar in writing. Here are the rules of capitalization. First rule, capitalize the first word of a sentence. Every sentence must start with a capital letter. Example, the weather is nice today. She went to the market. Second rule, capitalize proper nouns, names of specific people, places, and things. Proper nouns refer to specific names of people, places, or unique things and should always be capitalized. Example, I visited London last summer. Her name is Emily. We went to Central Park. Third rule, capitalize titles when used before names. When a title comes before a name, it should be capitalized. Example, I met Dr. Smith yesterday. We spoke with President Johnson. However, when used generally, the title is not capitalized. Example, she became a doctor in 2015.
Fourth rule, capitalize days of the week, months, and holidays. Days, months, and holidays are always capitalized, but seasons are not. Example, I was born in April. We celebrate Christmas in December. He will visit on Monday. Incorrect. I love the summer. It should be I love the summer. Fifth rule, capitalize nationalities, languages, and religions. Names of the nationalities, languages, and religions must be capitalized. Example, she is learning French and Spanish. They practice Hinduism. He is American. Sixth rule, capitalize the first word in a quote. If it's a complete sentence, when quoting a full sentence, the first word should be capitalized. Example, she said, tomorrow will be a great day. He asked, can you help me with this? If the quote is part of a sentence, do not capitalize the first word. Example, she said she was too tired to go out. Seventh rule, capitalize the major words in titles of books, movies, and articles. Capitalize the first and the last words, as well as major words in titles. Articles, prepositions, and conjunctions are not capitalized unless they start the title. Example, I read To Kill a Mockingbird. Have you watched The Lord of the Rings? She wrote an article called The Power of Education. Eighth rule, capitalize the pronoun I. I is always capitalized, no matter where it appears in a sentence. Example, my sister and I went to the park. I think I take a nap.
9. Capitalize acronyms in initialism. Acronyms, abbreviation made from the first letters of words, and initialisms are always capitalized. Example, NASA, FBI, and WHO. Example, J.K. Rowling is a famous author. 10. Capitalize the first word of each line in poetry. In poetry, the first words of each line is usually capitalized even if it doesn't start a new sentence. Example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. 11. Capitalize historical events and periods. Name of specific historical events, eras, and movements are capitalized. Example, the Renaissance changed European culture. Another example is World War II ended in 1945. Example, the Industrial Revolution shaped modern industry. 12. Capitalize brand names and trademarks. Names of brands and trademarks must be capitalized. For example, she bought a new iPhone. Another example, I love I love Nike shoes. 13. Capitalize family titles when used as names. When finally relationship replace a name, they should be capitalized. For example, I asked mom for advice. Another example, will grandpa be joining us? However, when used generally, do not capitalize. Example, my mom is a great cook. Another example, his grandpa lives in Texas. By following these capitalization rules, you can improve your writing clarity and professionalism. That's all.
Apostrophes. The apostrophe is a busy little punctuation mark. It is look like this. Apostrophes jobs include creating possessive nouns like James' house, the Kelly's car, combining words into constructions, don't, shall, were not. And more casually, apostrophes are used to shorten words, like government becomes government in the 1970s becomes the 70s. And in quotes, to show the speaker has shortened a word, for example, we looked and found nothing. One last note on apostrophe, most of the time, they are not used to pluralize nouns. That's for example, don't use them when you are referring to a decade numerically. For example, correct the 1990s, incorrect the 1990s. Example, one of the more example is that is Sarah's book, quotation mark possession. Then commas are one of the most common punctuation marks. A commas look like this. They're also among the most commonly misused punctuation marks. A comma indicates a pause in a sentence, either between phrases, clauses, or items in a list. This is what can make them tricky, comma. Then points where you pause in a spoken sentence are not always where you use a comma in the written sentence. Example, I bought apples, oranges, bananas, and grapes. And dashes. There are two different kinds of dashes you probably use fairly regular in your writing, and you don't. The two common ones are M dash and also N dash. We explained the situation that call for each kind of dashes in our post in using colons, semicolons, and dashes in your writing. And the rare one is known as double hyphen. It looks like this. And you only use it when you're wrapping a hyphenated word onto the next line of text. Example, she was about to explain, dash, but then the power went out.
Ellipses are a fascinating aspect of language, often used to create suspense, indicate unfinished thoughts, or signify omitted information. An ellipsis is a series of three dots, used in writing to indicate a pause or a break in thought. For example, I'm not sure how to say this, but I'm leaving. Next is the semicolon. The semicolon is a punctuation mark with a few key uses in writing. A semicolon can connect two independent clauses, a complete sentences, that are closely related in meaning. This is often used when the clauses are balanced or when the writer wants to emphasize the connection between them. For example, I like working outside. I also enjoy reading. I am going home. I intend to stay there. Next is question mark. Question mark are punctuation marks that indicate a question. They're used at the end of sentences or phrases that seek information. For example, how are you? What did you think of the movie?
Colons. Colons are used to introduce lists, explanations, or quotation following an independent clause and also after salutations in formal letters, or to separate a title from each subtitle. These are the example. I need to buy several things at the store: milk, eggs, bread, and cheese. Sarah studied hard for one purpose: to succeed in her college courses. In his book Lifelines, Forrest Church maintained that people should cry more. Life is difficult. Hyphens. Hyphens are used primarily to join words, especially in compound adjectives before a noun, and to divide words at the end of a line. They also clarify meaning, avoid awkwardness, and are used with certain prefixes. Example: a well-known author. Small business owners. Ex-president. Parentheses. Parentheses are used to enclose additional, non-essential information to clarify, explain, or add side note in a sentence. Use parentheses to prevent disrupting the flow of a sentence. Examples: she is coming to our house after work, around 6 o'clock. I am going to visit my grandma, my dad's mom, today.
An exclamation point is used to express strong feelings or to show emphasis. It's like shooting excitement, urgency, or a command in your writing. For example, what a beautiful day. A period is a punctuation mark that indicates the end of a declarative sentence, essentially signifying a full stop. It provides a pause in a narrative and allows readers to digest the completed thought before moving on. For instance, the sun sets in the west. A question mark is used at the end of a sentence to indicate a direction question. It helps convey curiosity, inquiry, or uncertainty. For example, how are you today?